Get your money, don't care who judge. Stay out the way, surround yourself with nothing but love. Stay out the way, if you a gangster, killer or thug. Stay out the way, put your faith in the man above. Stay out the way, chill with your family, siblings and blood. Stay out the way, kick it with your girl, forget hit in the club. Stay out the way, mind on your money, ain't no switching it up. Stay out the way, stand out the way, what you thought that it was. Stay out the way. If you stuck down on your luck, not feeling righteous, did a petty crime, just looking for some excitement. Now your name on affidavits and court indictments, get paid for a lot, but your freedom is priceless. You did the crime, you do the time, don't let it surprise you. Real stories from the heart, just to open your eyes up.
Part 2, yeah, y'all, let's get it, y'all. Part 2, yeah, y'all, let's get it. Like, subscribe, y'all, let's get it. Yeah, let's go. Man, that jump was crazy, man. Jeff came down, that jump snapping. Jeff was like my height, brown skinned dude, little size to him. He used to work out here and there, but like, I ain't never really seen him this mad. But somebody stole from his cell, man. Now, when all this was going on, I pull up, I'm like, yo, what's up, Jeff, you good? He was like, yeah. I said, somebody stole your commissary, man? He was like, no, not my commissary. They stole my roommate bag. He had 2 bags sitting on the floor, one of them gone. It's like, one of them gone? We're like, yeah, one of them gone. So I look at Leroy like, they ain't gotta steal from me, man. I'll give them whatever they want. They ain't gotta steal from me, Weezy. I'm like, shh, this junk crazy. So he looking stupid in the face. So now Jeff moving around. A few dudes have conversations. The blue team dudes that freaking deal with him, that he done spent the money, they moving around asking questions, man. Come to find out it was a red team member that took the bag. It was a red team member that took the bag, man. The red team dude, the leader of the red team, I guess that he was over top of the guy that took the bag. The one that took the bag was a pipsqueak red team, you know what I mean? He was like a little young dude. But the one that was like in charge, he pull up and start talking to Jeff. And when he hollered at Jeff, that's when you seen Leroy go over there, and then they had a conversation, man. Then you just seen the dude go in his cell and come out with a bag. Like, he didn't have no shame in his game that he took it. The little young boy went right in his cell, which was on the bottom tier, and went and came out with the bag. So when he came out the bag, Leroy grabbed a bag. So you see the red team dude talking, like, you know what I mean? So him and the red team dude started walking laps. So Jeff was like, man, see, that's what I'm saying, man. He looked at the young boy, he was like, look, man, real talk, man. Look, man, I'm coming in my cell. Young boy was like, man, I ain't take nothing from you, though. I ain't taking nothing from you, though, man. I was hungry, big bro. He was like, man, listen, man, I don't care nothing about that, man. I'm coming in my cell and steal, man. And I felt bro on that. Like, don't do that, man. Like, that's majorly disrespectful right there. But like I say, people sense weakness. People sense that you got the bag. People sense that you got people taking care of you, man. You can go to the commissary and do this and do that. The wolves are coming, y'all. So boom. So he was able to get that problem ironed out. He got his commissary back and everything. Now, with him giving the commissary back, when I went to their cell, I had later found out that the deal was that he was going to go ahead and order them boys some commissary the next time we go to the store, man. So like now, he's ordering commissary for the blue team and the red team. Now, I thought that was a bad idea, just on the strength that, you know, sooner or later these dudes gonna be trying to fight for this guy. And that's just how I go, man. People don't be having nothing else to do but fight for stuff that they think that's theirs, and it's not. Now, the old head Leroy, he's looking at it probably like, man, I'm just trying to help people. I'm just trying to do this and do that, you know what I mean? But when he told me that he was gonna order commissary for the dudes next door, and he was like, he had a little bag right there. He was like, I'm about to get this to the young boy, man. The young boy hungry, man. He's like, I promised this big bro I was gonna give it to him, man. He ain't got no food, man. I'm just gonna give it to him. Weezy, I was looking at the bag. I eyeballed the bag. It was probably about $20. I'm like, bro, do whatever you want to do, man. He was like, man, see, this ain't even enough commissary to do what I want to do. I want to get a tattoo. I want to get my wife's name on me. I told her when I get to my main spread, I was going to get her name inked on me. So he just talking about doing a lot of stuff, man. But when you full up, you can do a lot of stuff. Like, you can do a lot of stuff like this in prison, man. When you got that bag on the street, like prison, like it can become easy if you know what you're doing. You know what I mean? So like Leroy was kind of just being patient. He wasn't trying to like do too much, but like I thought he did too much by paying the red and the blue team. Not really paying them, but just, you know, looking out for them. I didn't know the percentage of what they was getting off his bag or whatever the case, but he brought joy to them, man, because when you don't have nothing and now you get to order a big bag, this is like your first opportunity to order in a big commissary bag. It feels good. It feels good, man. So like everything was going smooth after that incident. Nobody stole nothing no more. Yeah, I went to commissary again, looked out for them. Now it's looking like the pod is rich, all because of one dude. Now everybody had stuff in there, but the guys who didn't have nothing, now you see them at the microwave. Now you see them making this. Now you see them doing this. One of the red team dudes started making suckers. Like, you know what I mean? He made like the homemade suckers that you got to make with the annihilators and it's the annihilators and the Jolly Ranchers. Like, you got to make it like that in the microwave. You got to heat it up. I forgot how they do it, man. They a beast with the joint, but he was making suckers, so he got his hustle on off of Leroy. So Leroy got him in the game. You know what I mean? So everybody running around looking like they happy. Everybody was looking like they happy. So one day I seen Leroy, he pull up on me. He was like, man, hey, look, Weezer, man, I need a favor, man. I was like, what? He was like, man, look, man, I got $20. You let me use your phone. I was like, let you use my phone? I ain't got no phone, Leroy, man. What the hell you talking about? He was like, no, your ass got a phone. He was talking like this, like he was talking like, he was like, no, you got a phone. He was talking like this for nobody don't hear him. He was like, no, you got a phone. I know you got a phone. And ain't nothing but a few people in here that I think might have a phone, and you one of them. I know you got a phone. You too quiet. You too on the low. I see how you dump off. I see how you dip off and don't never go to morning wreck. You got a phone, Weezy. I was like, man, look, I ain't got no phone, Leroy, man. He was like, man, put word on your mama. I was like, put word on my mama? I'm like, man, listen, I don't have no phone, Leroy, man. He was like, yes, you do, man. Put word. I was like, man, that's word. I don't have a phone. That's word on my mama. I don't have a phone. I was telling the truth. It wasn't my phone. He was like, wow, I believe you, though. I believe you put word on your mama. I was like, yeah, I ain't got no phone, man. You know what I mean? I was like, where that $20 at, though? I was like, what you got to do? He was like, man, I need to just talk to my wife for a little bit while my roommate outside. Ain't nobody gonna know. You know what I mean? I'm like, all right, man, look, this is what I'm gonna do. I said, listen, I be holding somebody jack. Now, I'm gonna let you use it, but just make sure you be careful. Hold the joint for 30 minutes, bring it back to me in 30 minutes. I ain't gonna hound you. Come back in 30 minutes. He was like, all right, bet. So we went back to my cell. I gave him the jack. So he get the jack. I mean, go handle his business. So he was straight, I guess. So after he finished handling his business, he brought me the phone. After he brought me the phone, I was chilling in the cell. So while I'm in the cell, knock came. Yo, it's him. I see his arm. He like, hey, Weezy, hey, look, I need to use it one more time, man, real quick. I was like, all right, here you go. So I got up. He got behind my cut. He got on the phone, so I was standing at the door holding it down. Just looking out the door, making sure nobody coming. Just looking around. He like this, hey, baby, hey, look. Yeah, look, man, I ain't gonna get in trouble for this phone. This ain't even my phone. I told you that. But look, yeah, put 500 on his books. I'm like, this, he can't even see me, but if he was saw me, I was like, 100. Look, I know what I'm doing. You just keep saving lives. You know, I'm the reason you save lives, right? Just don't question me then. Look, just put 500, just do it. I need you to learn how to do that green dot. No, I ain't in here doing nothing, but just take care of what I tell you to take care of. Matter of fact, hold on. He came out of cut. He was, hey, Weezy. Hey, you want me to tell her to pay your phone bill? You need a phone card. I was like, yeah, I need a phone card. Yeah. Because that used to be the deal with me and bro. He would tell me every other month, you take care of the phone card. Because basically, I was using the phone more than him anyway. You know what I mean? So I'm like, yeah, this is my money. I'm like, yeah, I need a phone card. Yeah. He was like, where can she get it from? I said, bro, Walgreens. Walgreens, bro. Tell her to get a $50 unlimited card, bro, for this phone, right? For this Verizon flip phone. He was like, all right, look, it's a Verizon flip, unlimited $50 card. Yeah. Yeah. Man, I miss you too. This little bit of time they gave me. That's, all right. I'll be home though. You miss me. You miss Big Daddy. Big Daddy be home. Yeah, Big Daddy be home. Everybody okay? Man, you just keep saving lives. He kept saying that, John. You just keep saving lives. He hanged the John up. He was like, yeah, look. He was like, I told you, I handle my castle. I'm the leader of my castle. He was like, oh, I almost forgot. He went in his pocket now. He got on sweatpants under his scrubs. So he go in his pocket and he pull out a Gatorade bottle full of wine. So I see the joint. That's what dudes will have the wine in. Like when they going outside or you on the road, I'm about 229. Dudes might put a couple joints in a Gatorade bottle. Now you can get these bottles from when the police stop drinking it. It's some real savage stuff. We'll get them joints and rinse them out. And the next thing you know, they are walking drinking bottles, man. I'm never going back to prison, y'all. So boom. Nah, think about that. That was so trifling, man. But you know, this is what we was doing, man. We had to get our water bottles like that to put the water. All that stuff was disgusting, man. But this is what we was doing. So bro pulled a Gatorade joint out full of wine. I see the joint. I'm like, where you get that from? He was like, dude, maybe so I got a lot of it in the cell too. He was like, well, hit this joint. He gave it to me. I was like, I took it off. I was like, I hit that jump. I ain't put my mouth on it. I was like, man, that joint was dark. And you can tell that it was made by Dr. Peppers and Coca-Cola. Like, you can just taste it. I was like, man, this joint all right here. He was like, yeah, give me that shot cup. We'll do like you do. I was like, all right, you grab a shot cup. He like, yeah, man, you know. So he just pouring it up and we talking. He like, yeah, man, like, you know what I mean? Like for real, you ain't even know the red team and the blue team was about to get into it the other day. I was like, they was about to get into it. He was like, yeah, they was, man. And like, I was trying to stop it, man, at first. And then I just came up with a great idea, man, because I don't want to see nobody get in trouble. Weezy, I'm about to go home. A lot of these dudes, man, they got a lot of time to do. They young, they dumb, they full of cum. I was like, pause wasn't invented yet, but like, that's what I was thinking though. Like, he was wild with that. Young, dumb, and full of cum was wild. But he was like, yeah, man, I'm just trying to, just help out, man. Like, you know, like if I can spread the love, then I can spread the love, man. He was like, I'm gonna be in here for at least a year, man. He said, man, I got about 50,000 to mess up on, man. I ain't gonna lie to you, man. I'm gonna use it wisely, though. I'm saying in my head, bro, you probably like 5 bands already over now, y'all. So boom. Cause he been spinning that bag, man. I'm like, yeah, so look, what was you saying though? I said, so how you got that problem solved? He was like, that's what that 500 for. He was like, look, the dude for the red team, the one that told me dude stole my stuff. Like, I told him I'll give him $500 for him and his crew if they just let it go, man. So now, you know what I mean? Now they got money to do. They gonna buy the la. They gonna go to commissary. Like, I'm giving them $500. I'm putting, you know what I mean? I'm putting $500 on the books. That's what I'm gonna do. I was like, $500, Leroy, man. I was like, Leroy, I'm gonna be honest with you, man. I said, listen, man, I don't know if you know yet, but this ain't no road camp, bro. I said, I know this Lawrenceville, whatever the case. I said, but look, I'm telling you, dudes are psychos, man. Quit getting these dudes so excited and having them thinking that everything is gonna get solved with your money. I said, because they're gonna get used to that, man. And once they get used to that, man, like they gonna always want it. So I'm letting you know now. He was like, man, I don't mind looking out, Weezy. I don't mind looking out, man. Like, you know, I'm just trying to keep the pod at peace, man. And that's all I'm trying to do, Weezy, man. I was like, man, it's my shot, man. Come on, man. I knocked it down. He was like, oh, my bad. Poured him another one. We keep talking. I'm like, yo, listen. I said, so you giving the dude $500? I said, so have you ever gave that to the blue team? He was like, nah, I ain't never gave him that much. I just be letting him go to commissary. I said, well, don't tell nobody else you did this, man. I said, who else know? Jeff know? He was like, yeah, Jeff know. I said, well, all right, don't tell nobody else, man. He was like, why you say that? I said, bro, because if the blue team find out that you giving up $500, you think they ain't gonna want $500? He be like, man, I know, but like, it's enough for everybody, Weezy, man. I ain't doing nothing but big. That's all I'm doing, man. Weezy, man, look, man, I'm 57 years old, Weezy, man. I ain't got long left on this earth, man. I don't care about this goddamn money, man. My wife gonna make $200,000 every year. I don't give a fuck about that money, Weezy, man. I'm like, I know you don't give a fuck about it. I know you don't, man, but this is what I'm saying. I'm just trying to keep you safe, old school. You gotta tighten up, man. He was like, man, I'm gonna tighten up, man. So we finished the shot. I mean, he dipped out, went to his sales. When he dipped, I kind of was just thinking, I'm like, man, I'm gonna holler at Jeff, man. I was like, because I wonder if Jeff, what is Jeff getting out of all of this, man? Because I'm like, I ain't really trying to get nothing out the junk, man, because I see what he doing. It's like he's paying for protection friendly. Like, it's like you in the cell with Jeff, though, so it ain't like, it's no BS, though, bro. Jeff gonna make sure you straight, long as you moving right. You know what I mean? So I was like, man, I'm gonna holler at Jeff to see what's going on, man. So I waited till a little bit later. I let it cool down for a little. I let it go down for a little bit. Like, me and him ain't never had a conversation. And I pulled up on Jeff. So when I caught Jeff downstairs, I was like, yo, hey, bro. I was like, man, what's going on with your celly, man? He was like, what you mean? I was like, yo, look. This man said he just be paying the red team $500 if they can look out for his homies and all of that. You hear about that? He was like, yeah, he told me that shit, man. I was like, hey, look. What are you getting out of all this, though, man? You ain't getting nothing out of the deal. He was like, he let me go to commissary for $100. I'm like, oh yeah, that's decent. That's decent right there. I said, look, this is what I wanted to ask you. I said, how much he be wanting back from people when he go to commissary? He was like, half and half. Half and half, $50. You get $50. I was like, man, that's a good deal. I said, man, that's a good deal, man. I said, man, for real. He was like, man, look, my selling, man, he old, he burnt out. But he got a good heart, bro. He was like, he got a good heart. So, like, I ain't telling him not to try to, like, you know, try to do this and do that, man. I'm just trying to make sure that he, you know what I mean, he know what he doing, man. Like, you know, if he want to look out for the red team and the blue team, I'm going to let him do it, Weezy. I was like, oh, yeah, I ain't trying to tell him not to do it. I'm just telling him be careful with the stuff he do. I said, because he told me that they was about to get into it. I said, you heard about that, right? He was like, yeah, man. He said, yeah, they was about to get into it. He was like, that's why he's sending dude the bread, just for he can get that problem situated. I was like, yeah, I heard. But I'm like, look, he don't need to be telling everybody that he sent dude $500. I said, because if the blue team find out that he sent $500, they gonna want $500, bro. I'm just letting you know now. That's how the stuff working here. He was like, yeah, I told him the same thing. I told him the same thing, like, don't be blabbing your mouth about what you doing. You know what I mean? So when I said that, I just looked up and I seen him kind of in the cut with the blue team. There's like 4 of them standing over there, and he right over there with him, like in the huddle, like he just over there, like he listening to whatever they say. He like, and they all over there. He just kicking it with the blue team. You know what I mean? So he leave from there and go in his cell. When he leave from there and go to his cell, the dude from the red team knock on the door. You know what I mean? After the dude from the red team knock on the door, he went in his cell. He come out. After he come out, I looked up and seen Leroy. And Leroy came over where I was at. He walked over there where I was at. He was like, hey, where you at? He was like, man, listen, hey, where you at? Hey, look, you got to call my wife again. I was like, bro, I don't even got the junk right now. And it was the truth. I did it. You know what I mean? I was like, I don't even have it right now. He was like, man, it's green. I was like, not today. You know what I mean? I was like, man, just be easy, man. Your wife gonna take care of the business, man. He was like, man, listen, I'm trying to get these young dudes situated, Weezy, man, if I can be straight. I was like, for you can be straight. He was like, man, I'm trying to have peace, man. I'm trying to get drunk in peace, Weezy. That's all I'm trying to do. I'm like, man, well, she gonna take care of it. Yeah. I said, you know what I mean? Just wait. I said, let's get on the wall phone. He was like, I know. So he went and hopped on the wall phone. He get on the wall phone. I guess he hollered at her. Everything came back copacetic, man. He got off the phone. I looked up. He was walking over to the red team dude with a piece of paper in his hand. So I guess he switched it up and told her to get some numbers. You know what I mean? The green dot junk instead of putting it on his books, which is what probably the red team member wanted, man. So he gave him the money. He gave him the 500, man. Red team dude walked away happy. Next thing you know, I looked up and see the red team dude at the door. Red team dude trying to get some la-la, y'all. So boom. Man, they got $500 on the car. You already know he about to act a fool. You hear me? He about to act a fool, man. So the red team looking like they feeling better because they got somebody that's looking out for them. You know what I mean? He looked out. He's basically looking out for them, man. So the whole time this was going on, like, you know what I mean? Like I say, Jeff won't tripping because Jeff say he put the money on his books. You know what I mean? He look out, get him a commissary, this and that. So it's like a fair exchange. It's a fair exchange, I would say. That's how I would look at it. It's your celly. Like, it ain't like you can protect them like that, but like you ain't gonna let nobody do no BS to him. Like, but for real, I saw the sense of the respect that people had for Jeff. They didn't really have it like that no more, man, because nobody would have went in his cell and stole that man bag in the beginning. Like, for real, if somebody steal my bag, I'm letting you know now, that little young boy, me and him would have had to fight. Now, we might ain't have to have no major brawl, us against y'all, but at the end of the day, you go in my cell, bro, we fighting, bro. I don't care if you small, tall, poor, rich. We gonna fight, and that's a lot, man. So, boom. Jeff didn't do that. Now, I know why he didn't do it. Jeff didn't do it because once the problem got settled and they got the bag back, he was just looking like nobody stole from me, and bro got his stuff back. Now, you got to look at the whole thing as a whole. Now, people might start feeling like because you didn't do nothing now, they can super disrespect your cell anytime they want to now. Now, Jeff gonna go. But at the same time, though, I knew that's how people was probably looking at it, man. So, like, just to see the red and blue team this happy now, like, it was amazing. Like, you know, usually they at each other necks slightly. Like, they don't deal with each other, definitely. You know what I mean? But it's like, to see them this happy, it was weird. It was super weird, man. Like, everybody in the pod looked like they had money. Not like money, but like at least money or food. Like, they can go eat when they want and just do stuff. Like, the pod was just feeling so wealthy. And I don't know how I can say that, but the only reason I can say that is because every time I looked up, it was somebody at the microwave cooking a meal, people at the table making meals, the blue team straight, the red team straight, everybody straight. Everybody straight in that junk, man. So I felt like Jeff started getting jealous. You know what I mean? I felt like Jeff started getting jealous because Jeff pulled up on me one day and Jeff was like, hey man, look, man, let me ask you something, bro. I was like, what's up? He be like, man, look, let me know if I'm wrong. I was like, what? He was like, man, my celly, man, he just gave the red team dude 500. He was like, look, he about to give him another 500, man, next week. I was like, another 500? He was like, yeah. I was like, for what? He was like, the red team dude said he trying to do something, man. He got to take care of something. He told him some old excuse. I'm like, bro, he about to give him another $500. I was like, that's crazy, bro. I was like, that is crazy, man. I was like, so what you talking about? He was like, man, I'm saying I told him he can give me that 500. When he told me that, I said, oh, okay. I said, okay, so you now you want to come to the party now. I said, now you finally want to be the dude that he's looking out for like that now on some big money type of stuff. I said, that little $50 commissary ain't enough for you, huh? He was like, I mean, it's enough, but like, I'm the one that's going to be right there if something happened to him, though. Those dudes ain't. Those dudes just want the money. He was like, the dudes from the blue team, I already know they don't mess with him. He was like, and then the main dude from the red team, I already know he don't mess with him like that. They just using him because he old and stupid. I'm like, yeah, I mean, I feel if I was them niggas too, I'd be using this dumb ass. I was like, but now you feeling like you want the money now. He was like, yeah, at least one of them 500s. We said, man, I want to do shit too. Shit, nigga, you don't think I'm trying to score the la-la or goddamn score the tobacco, bro? Come on, bro. He gotta look out for me too. So I said, you told him? He was like, yeah. I said, what did he say when you told him? He said, man, this man told me I was ungrateful. I said, man, get the fuck out of here, man. He said, man, that man told me, man, you want to sell with me, you don't need shit. What the hell you need? Me and you sellers. What you need? He said, man, I looked at that man like, nigga, you need me, motherfucker. I don't need you, goddammit. And for real, I wanted to laugh when he told me that, but it's the truth. Goddammit. He don't need you, goddammit, Leroy. He don't need you, Leroy. Leroy, you need him. And that's just what it is, man. Like, bro gonna go to commissary. Bro was straight. But now he feeling like he want the bread, and I can't even be mad at him. He was like, man, for real reason, man, that shit whack, man. He was like, man, that shit whack as hell. That nigga told me I was ungrateful, man. Real talk, Weezy, man. I ain't really feeling that shit, man. He was like, man, I told that nigga he gotta get the fuck out my cell. I was like, what? He was like, man, I told him he gotta get the fuck out my cell, Weezy. I said, man, you kicking Leroy out the cell, man? He was like, man, I don't want that nigga in the cell. I told that nigga go in the cell with the nigga from the red team. Fuck that shit. He want to be a part of that shit anyway, old ass gang member ass nigga. I was like, man, don't do that, man. I said, man, you know Leroy and this bitch playing chess, bro. That's all he doing, bro, is playing chess with these niggas with his bag. That's all he doing, man. He was like, man, I don't give a fuck, man. He gotta make sure I'm straight, man. He gotta make sure I'm straight, Weezy, man. Real talk, I'm ready to take all that nigga shit, Weezy. I was like, nah, bro, don't do that, bro. I said, nah, don't do that, bro. Don't take all that nigga shit, man. He was like, man, real shit. But that nigga better hurry the fuck up and get the fuck out my cell, Weezy, because they don't move that nigga ass by tomorrow. I'm gonna take that nigga shit and I'm gonna evict his ass.
Get your money, don't care who judge. Stay out the way, surround yourself with nothing but love. Stay out the way if you a gangster, killer or thug. Stay out the way, put your faith in the man above. Stay out the way, chill with your family, siblings and blood. Stay out the way, kick it with your girl, forget hit in the club. Stay out the way, mind on your money, ain't no switching it up. Stay out the way, stand out the way, what you thought that it was. Stay out the way. If you stuck down on your luck, not feeling righteous, did a petty crime, just looking for some excitement. Now your name on affidavits and court indictments, get paid for a lot, but your freedom is priceless. You did the crime, you do the time, don't let it surprise you. Real stories from the heart, just to open your eyes up.